Hey guys, welcome back to Crafty Wives channel. On today's video, I'll show you how to make my caldo de mariscos. We'll start the video off by showing you how to make the broth for the caldo.
6 chile guajillos, 3 chiles anchos. They're these, and I washed them all. I didn't take the seeds out, but I am going to strain my sauce before I put it into my caldo. And these are chile japonés. I have about 10 chile japonés. 3 tomatoes. Just cut them up like this in halves. A half onion. And this is a little baby onion, actually. Just a half. And this is what we're going to boil together. And garlic, and these are whole garlic. I buy these at the Asian market near me. 4 of these garlics, and then I have water inside my pot, and I'm just gonna add in my chiles, my onion, my 4 garlic cloves, and my tomatoes. And so my water is already in here. It really doesn't matter how much water you put, depending on the size of the pot that you're cooking your chiles in. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the stove. Now that my chilies are cooked and my tomatoes are soft, I'm gonna go ahead and add all of this into my blender here. Put all my chiles, my garlic, and my onion in here. Now we're going to blend this. I'm gonna add in some ground cumin, about a tablespoon of ground cumin. Okay, so I have my pot on number 5 on my stove. First, I have to run my sauce through a strainer. I'm gonna add in oil first, and then I'm gonna add in my sauce through the strainer. Just like this.
You will do this until your sauce turns into a pulp and you'll see nothing but the seeds. So then you'll add in some water.
Just like this. All right, so all of this is just seeds, as you guys can see. They're all the seeds from the dried chilies. I'm gonna go ahead and toss these out.
And I'll be repeating the same process with the leftover sauce that I had in my blender.
Strain it again. So now just make sure you mix it. You guys can see how red it is. You can also add in as much water as you'd like, depending on the amount of caldo that you're making. Now I'm gonna cut my vegetables, but first I'm gonna shave my carrots. So I'm just gonna shave them off just like this. But I'm gonna cut them just like this. Kind of chunky, not too thin. I'm gonna put them in a circle. I don't like to eat the ends, so I always cut them off and dispose them. Okay, so I have my carrots on one. Then I'm gonna add in celery, and my celery, I'm going to cut it just like this. Okay, and then now my potatoes, I'm gonna cut them like this. These are very large potatoes. Just like this, and kind of big chunks. Mash them really quick. I'm gonna use 3 tomatoes. Back when my mom used to make like caldo de pescado, I used to love when she would put these tomatoes just like this, and they'll land in my plate. I loved it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna put them just like this. So these are the vegetables that I'm using. So I have 5 long stalks of bok choy. I have a whole stalk of celery, 3 tomatoes cut in halves. I have carrots that I chopped up just like this, or you can cut them the way you like. I have potatoes here, 3 large, very large potatoes. This is all I'm using for vegetables in my caldo de. You can also use any other of your favorite vegetables, but this is what I'm putting in. Okay, so now we're going to season, and we all use different types of seasonings, so choose whatever you like to season yours with, or what you have in your. Starting off, I'm going to salt it first with 2 tablespoons of salt. Tablespoons of salt.
1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning.
Mix that in. 2 tablespoons of chicken flavored bouillon. 1, 2, and 1 tablespoon of garlic salt, and that's it. All right, so the first vegetable that we're gonna put in here is drop in our tomatoes. I'm gonna drop in the potatoes following the tomatoes. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys the seafood that I'm using for my catfish soup, or my seafood soup, however you want to call it. Caldo de pescado, that's how we call it in Spanish. So I have the baby octopus right here on this side, and I did clean them out. This is how they look. I have the catfish here, cut in like little fillets, and I did clean the catfish as well. And then here's my shrimp. And like I showed you guys, I did devein the backs of the shrimp. So I'm gonna grab one of my shrimp. I'm going to leave the skin on, but I'm gonna grab one of these knives that I have, and grab a knife and just run it across the back of the shrimp just to devein it, but I'm still leaving the skin on. So I'm just gonna clean out the shrimp and the vein. Clean it out, but I'm going to leave the skin on. I'll show you guys, just like that. And then, yeah, I'm gonna do that to every one of my shrimp. I'm going to cut the back open, and then these are gonna be so much easier to eat as well. So I washed all my seafood, and then right here on the side I have mussels, and this is the only type of mussels they had at the Asian market that I went to. So yeah, this was 4 pounds of fish, 2 pounds of baby octopus, and 2 pounds of shrimp. Okay, so after about 15 minutes, the potatoes are looking cooked, and I'm gonna add in the rest of my veggies. my bok choy. I'm gonna add in the celery. Carrots. First, we're gonna add our catfish fillets. Drop them down. Just like that. That's the first thing we're gonna add.
After about 6 minutes of letting my fish cook, I'm going to add in my baby octopus. Baby octopus take around 10 minutes to fully cook. Notice how I don't have my water boiling, like bubbling, because I don't want my vegetables to break or my seafood to overcook. So it's on number 7 on my stove. Then I add in my mussels. Mussels take around 8 minutes to fully cook. Just make sure that you push everything in so it'll cook evenly. After about 8 minutes, then you can add in your shrimp. Make sure you turn off your stove when you're adding your shrimp because shrimp take approximately 3 to 4 minutes to fully cook. And they can easily overcook with the hotness in your broth. So just make sure you turn your stove off.
As soon as I put the shrimp in, I turn off my pot. As you can see, the shrimp cook really fast. Let me show you guys my octopus, baby octopus, the fish. Look how well cooked the fish is. Then the bok choy. So I'm gonna pair my caldo with a side of white rice, and this is garlic rice.
And that's my caldo de mariscos recipe. I really hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. And if you do try it out and make it for your family, comment down below and let me know how it turned out. Make sure you subscribe to my channel to be notified every time I upload a new video. I'll see you guys on my next video.